Welcome, dear listener. The Whisper Vale, a quiet corner of the world where stories breathe slowly and your heart gets a moment to rest. Before we begin, take a gentle breath. Let the noise inside you soften. And remember something important. You are not here by accident. You clicked this because something inside you knows you were made for more. Today's tale is not just a story. It is a mirror. And I hope, by the end, you'll see the part of yourself you've forgotten, or maybe never discovered. Now let us walk together into Whisper Vale, where a young man named Rian waits with a lesson about unlocking your true potential. In a peaceful valley surrounded by ancient peaks lived a young man named Rian. He was kind, clever, and full of quiet dreams, but dreams he rarely believed in. Every morning he helped his father in the fields. Every afternoon he carried water from the river. And every night he sat alone on a hill, staring at the tallest mountain in Whisper Vale, Munta Rendis, known to locals as the Impossible Mountain. Rian often whispered to himself, "I wish I could climb it, but I'm not strong enough, not skilled enough, not brave enough." One evening, while sitting on his usual hill, an old traveler approached, a woman with silver hair, bright eyes, and a walking staff carved with ancient runes. "You stare at the mountain like someone who wants to meet it," she said. Rian blushed. "I do, but I'm not ready. I don't think I ever will be." The traveler smiled softly. "Then let me tell you something most people never learn. No one is ready before they begin. You unlock your strength while climbing, not before." Her words lingered long after she left. The next morning, Rian stood at the base of Mount Arendis. His heart raced, his hands shook. He took one step, then another, then 10 more. The climb was harder than he imagined. His legs burned, his breath grew thin. The path twisted sharply, and loose stones made him stumble. At midday, exhausted, he sat down beneath a crooked tree. "What was I thinking?" he muttered. "I can't do this." A gentle wind rustled the leaves above him, almost as if whispering, "Keep going." So he rose again. Each part of the mountain tested a different weakness. Steep cliffs challenged his fear. Cold winds tested his patience. Long stretches of silence tested his mind. Days pass. At one point, Rian slipped and scraped his hands raw. Another day, he lost his way in a fog and had to breathe slowly to stay calm. There were moments, he cried quietly, moments he nearly turned back. But every time he wanted to quit, he remembered the traveler's words. Strength appears while climbing. And so he climbed. Not fast. Not perfectly. Not fearlessly. But steadily. Finally, on the 7th morning, Rian stepped onto the summit. The world stretched far below him. Rivers glowing like silver threads. Forests shimmering like emerald seas. And Whisper Vale lying quiet and peaceful in the distance. Rian fell to his knees, overwhelmed. He didn't feel like a different person. He didn't feel like a hero. He felt like someone who had finally met himself. Because at the top of the mountain, he realized something quietly powerful. The mountain was never the enemy. His doubts were. He had spent years believing he was too small, when in truth, it simply hadn't tested how big he could become. He whispered into the wind, "I didn't climb the mountain. The mountain helped me climb myself." And when he walked back into the valley, people said he looked different. Not taller, not stronger, but clearer. Light had returned to his eyes. Purpose had settled in his steps. Because Rian finally understood. Your potential is not something you find. It's something you unlock, one step, one effort, one moment of courage at a time. Potential lives inside you, not outside you. You don't become strong before the journey. Strength comes during the journey. Progress is built through consistency, not perfection. Every step forward unlocks another part of who you can be. Your doubts will always be louder at the start, but your confidence will always be greater at the end. Thank you, dear listener, for joining this Whisper Vale journey. If this tale helped you breathe easier, believe deeper, or take one more step toward your true potential, please subscribe so more soft stories can find their way to you. Until next time, move gently, climb steadily, and remember, the mountain inside you is waiting to be unlocked.